friends, this is the Cryptonian. I just wanted to take an opportunity here to uh, show you some coins and what their charts look like. And these coins have a probability of following Bitcoin. The longer that Bitcoin is in consolidation, the higher the chance of Bitcoin moving up, and the higher the chance of these other coins, altcoins, pushing higher, and I'll explain a little bit of that as I go. But first of all, I need to explain something with Bitcoin real quick here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Oh, hold on, let me get my marker, trusty marker here. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, we see that here is the 200-day moving average. This is the daily chart, and we see that Bitcoin here is in consolidation, right? So, as we look back in the history here, we can see that Bitcoin was in this downtrend, right? And this is, we know that because the 200-day moving average is above um, all of the price action, right? And here you have the 50, okay? And when the 50 crosses over the 200, as it does right here, this is called a golden cross. A golden cross. And that starts the bull market or a bull trend, right? Bull market usually. So in this case, with Bitcoin, right? So you can see that here is the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average was support here. We lost it a little bit here, and then we went right above it. That was, in my opinion, a deviation and a liquidity grab. But then you can see how it was support here as well. So the 200 is very, very important. And you can see what happened when Bitcoin initially made its move on the 200, transitioning from a bear market to a bull market. This was very significant, and this was a very powerful move, right? So taking a look at the bottom to the top here, that initial move was 46%. Now that sounds kind of crazy, right? Like, wow, how in the world can you get 46%? Um, but it happens. It happens. And with Bitcoin, it happened over a period of many days. However, it happens in less time with altcoins. Now, if you're kind of confused, let me show you something. Taking a look at 1 inch today, 1 inch is up 30, almost 31% today. Okay, you see this? This is crazy, right? But yet it happens more than what you think. So let's take a look at here. Take a look and see what we have. We have the same setup as what we saw with Bitcoin. Okay, the 200-day moving average is above price action. Here, it's resistance. And when that is the case, you only take bearish signals that are close to the resistance, right? And then as price goes down, you get paid. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This breakout is so big because you have a lot of bears here. Okay, a lot of bears here, shorting. A lot of bears here, shorting. And so what happens is you have a bottom. Okay, we have a very low RSI. We push up, we consolidate, and then boom, we have this breakout. Now, why is the breakout so strong? The breakout is so strong is because you have a lot of bears here, shorting here, and then a lot of shorts layered up to the 200 moving average, right? And so what happens is whenever you have a trend reversal, the price breaks through all of those short sell positions and forces them out of their position. And whenever you have a short seller uh, selling to get out of their position, they need to what? They need to buy. And so that fuels the price to the upside, right? And that's why we have 30% up today. That's just today. That's just this one candle. That's not from down here. Now let's measure from the initial move, right? We measure from the initial move, let's say at the breakout. Let's measure at the breakout. That is currently, that's a 70% move. 70% up here move. 70%. So that's the power of altcoins. Okay. Now, that being said, let me share with you some other altcoins. Let's go through my list and let's just take a look randomly and just kind of see which coins are setting up for a big move, right? So, Algorand, what do you see? Very similar to 1 inch, right? Very similar to 1 inch. We have here the 1 inch. We have a final dip, consolidation, breakout above that 50. Okay, let's take take a look at Algorand. Okay, we have that final dip, RSI really low, consolidation. This one's a little bit weaker. Come up, and we're putting pressure right below the 50. Now, if that breaks out and breaks up, that's going to push a lot of bears out of their position, and that's going to be a nice little pump to the upside. Although maybe not as strong as some of the others, right? It's already up 5% today. Okay, 5% right here. So the bulls could be looking at this not long from now and pushing this higher. Okay, Arweave. Here's another one. Arweave. Here's that final push down. Here's that consolidation. A little bit more tight price action, which actually is better. Okay, it's better. The tighter the price action, the better, because that means people are waiting for the breakout. Okay, let's take a look at the breakout point. I'm going to be right about here, all the way to 200 moving average. That is 30%. That's a 30% push to the 200 moving average, right? So if Bitcoin continues to consolidate, um, in that channel, then it gives time for these altcoins to make their moves, right? So that's Arweave, currently up 1.5% today. Now, again, this is not financial advice. I'm just showing you how to identify, or how I identify opportunity in the market once Bitcoin makes the big move and consolidates. After Bitcoin makes a move and consolidates, whether it's to the upside or to the downside, and Bitcoin is boring, then the money shifts from Bitcoin into altcoins. Oh wow, look at that. 1 inch up 32%. That's crazy, right? All right, let's move on. Atom is also looking like it wants to make another move here, right? Um, excuse me. Had a push up here, a series of higher lows, boom, consolidation, pullback. We're right above the 30, and now boom, we can go right to the 200 moving average, right? This is Atom, okay? So from here to the 200 moving average, that's a 13% price increase. Not bad. I mean, it's not 30% like 1 inch, right? And a lot of the move here is um, a lot of the move here has taken place. But I would say take a look at your risk reward. If you place your stop loss right here below this point, okay, right here, which is, $9 roughly, then your risk from entry, whoops, let me okay, I did that a little bit wrong. Let me be a little bit more accurate. From right now, your risk is about 5%. Okay? 5% versus reward of 13%, right? So that's a little bit more than double. That's a little bit more than a 2-to-1 ratio, win to loss ratio, right? So not great, but not bad either. I mean, it's okay if you hold a tight stop loss, right? Okay. Uh, Now here's the difference here. AVAX. AVAX is almost to the 200 moving average, right? And your last higher low is down here. So that is there's no opportunity there because you're in the middle, right? You're in the middle of those two ranges, and that is like a 50-50 probability, right? So that's not the move is pretty much halfway over because it's already broken above. It's broken above its consolidation and it's broken above the 50, right? So uh, taking a look at BAT, yeah. See these moves? All of these altcoins are making these moves right after a little bit of consolidation. Boom, they're pushing up towards the 200, right? That's BAT. Now here's one, BNB. Now you got to be a little bit careful with BNB because BNB has been under pressure from the SEC. They have some issues going on, but not really sure where that's going to go. However, and it's a larger coin too, so it takes a lot more money to push it in the direction where it needs to go. But you know, downside risk for BNB from where it's at right now is roughly, let's take a look, 4.8%, something like that. 4.8% versus to the upside potential to the 200 moving average, 17%. That's a 3 to 1 risk reward ratio, and so that's not bad at all. That's doable, right? That's very doable. So um, BNB could be one, right? Taking a look at Chili's. Chili's could be another. Uh, your risk reward right here, again, taking from where the price is now to below here, that's about 8%. Okay, so that's a little bit higher risk, 8%. But look at the reward, 36%. Okay, 36 to 40%. Okay, so that is worth it. That's like a 4 to 1 ratio. That's even more profitable, right? So Chili's would be another one. Uh, Again, now all of this is predicated. All of this relies upon Bitcoin holding its range, right, without breaking down. If Bitcoin breaks down, then all bets are off, and then I would not be in any of these positions, right? CRO is already breaking out, so the risk is, let's see, 7% to the downside versus, let's see, let's move this down a little bit. 7% downside and 18% upside. 2 to 1. Mm, Not bad, not bad. It's doable, but again, that's a little bit more risk than what I'd like to take. Um, and you can see, look at this curve. Curve is one. Curve is one that a lot of traders love to trade. Right? I'm not a trader, but I like to analyze charts, and so I like to see these moves. And this is the classic move, right? We come down, RSI really low. We're getting the low RSI signal. You see these right here. Let me move this over a little bit. The Cryptonian suite tool set that I have and that I use, that I created and coded. You see these blue bubbles, these blue circles? This is showing you that on a relative basis, it's cheap. Okay, this is showing you extreme selling. This is typically what's called as oversold, right? It's oversold. It's sold down so much selling that it's relatively cheap compared to past price, right? So whenever that situation occurs, then there's a high probability of a reversal to the upside, right? Um, that being said, that's exactly what happened. We came down, we saw the low oversold RSI, and then it moved back up. Okay, And so between here, between the bottom and the 200, that's a 52% push price increase. So while Bitcoin has been going sideways, altcoins have been going up. And so you can see that. You can see that with the dominance here, right? You can see that with dominance going down. Bitcoin is losing dominance because money's coming out of Bitcoin going into altcoins, and this is the cycle trend, right? So be aware of this. I wanted to share this with you. Not sure how many know of this, but I wanted to share this with you so that you're aware. Okay, that's curve. So let's take a look at CTI. CTI, look at how volatile this is. I wouldn't touch this with your money, so stay away from that one. And that is advice, by the way. Stay away from it. This is the Dow Jones. We're not looking at that Doge. And again, you can see Doge, how Doge did the same move, came down, was not oversold, but reversed, went into a sideways consolidation. Right here is the point you get in for the push to the upside target 200, right? There you go. Same move. Dot in the middle of the same move, doing the same thing, right? Let's move this here out of the way. Oh, whoops, I just deleted my I just deleted my let me go ahead and get this back. There we go. All right. And let me take away this higher highs, higher lows, the pivots. Okay, there we go. So we see here the same situation, right? And let me delete this. That's what I wanted to delete. There we go. Uh, so we came down, pushed up, consolidated, and then off the 50, we went and hit the 200, right? And then that move was from the 50 to the 200. That was a 15%. So that's pretty modest on this one on dot. Dot is a larger cap asset, and so it's not making moves like some of the smaller ones, right? Engine, okay. Let's take a look at Engine. Engine is getting ready to push up and do its thing, right? It's up 4% today. It's in this little consolidation area, and I'm telling you, it's probably going to go up to hit this 200. Okay, let's take a look at our risk reward. Risk 6-7%, and then reward from here is 16%. So yeah, it's like a 2 to 1, not bad. And of course, Engine has been around for a while, so if Bitcoin does not, fall out of bed, then this one will hit the 200 most likely. You can never say anything for sure in the markets, but now this one has already, this is Ethereum, of course. Now this one's already broken through. You can see that same move on something like Ethereum here, right? Ethereum came down and then pushed right up, held the 200, went below a little bit. This is a liquidity grab, just like Bitcoin, and then much higher. So when altcoins move up to the 200, and you want to make sure you're in the right altcoin, right? So when it hits 200, possibly take profits or partial profits or whatever, and or move your stop loss up right under it, so that if it reverses and comes back down, you're taking profits. Or and then you can just leave your stop loss there, and then the uh, allow the coin to just kind of ride that 200 up. Massive profits, massive profits, but uh, you have to be at the right cycle, right? And you have to be at the your timing is very important. So let's take a look. We're not going to mess with that. Filecoin is doing the same thing, already well on its way. Let's see here. Let's move this over a little bit, move this up a little bit, and take a larger, yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, there is a move there, but let's see, risk here, 5, 6%. Profit, which is reward potential, is 16, 17%. Yeah, okay. 2.5 to 1, something like that. So anyway, as you can see, FTM is another one. Although FTM is very squirrely, very volatile. Um, I'm not so sure that I'm trusting FTM too much. You can see FTM has really been bearish. Getting rejected off of that 50. It's highly volatile. Could it hit the 200 mark? It could, but hmm, yeah, this doesn't look so good. Like on the others that are strong, it comes down and it hugs that 50 and then gets above it and then punches up. This one is actually getting rejected heavily by the 50, so I probably would not choose FTM. Okay, but that's just me, not investment advice. Okay, FTT, I wouldn't mess with it. Now here's another one, Gala, right? Gala is gaming. And Gala, see how we're making higher highs? Holding the gains, pushing up, getting rejected by the 50, getting rejected by the 50, but now we're up above it and we're getting ready. We're tightening up, getting ready. See how we're consolidating right here? We're getting ready to push to the 200 right here. Okay? This is getting ready to make that journey, right? So from here to here, risk 8%, 9%, which is again more than some some of these. 35% profit potential, right? So that's more than more than 3.5 times. So that's a potential big profit uh, maker there. GMS already at the 200. See, you can see it already made the journey here all the way up. Okay, in this scenario, the 50 and the 200 are pretty close, right? So that's a different situation, a little bit different. H bar looking like it wants to make its journey. Although this one is, I could probably argue that you should have been in down here, and that's more. This is kind of like what uh, um, FTX looks like, right? The one that was getting rejected and rolling over, and then all of a sudden it's back up here and it can make a move, right? So all of these you can see are getting ready to kind of do the same thing. KCS, KuCoin probably wouldn't do that one. That's a little bit different. Lido, let me see here, Lido. Okay. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, okay, so Lido has already made its move. Wasn't very far under the 200 anyway. And again, these are on the dailies. Link already made its move. See how Link made its move and is already up to the 200. Now you're not too late, and this is not a problem. So here's the point. The point is when price is moving up and stays up at the 200, or excuse me, when price gets to the 200, it's going to consolidate sideways. It's going to do that because it needs to bring those moving averages up. If Bitcoin does not pull back and break down, then they will continue to consolidate here. Link will continue to consolidate on the 200 and then start pushing up and moving up, right? And that's going to be the change in market direction, the macro change between the bear market and the bull market. Okay, so you haven't really missed. I mean, yeah, you've missed this move, but there's much more to go after the sideways consolidation. Okay, so it's not too late. And here's Litecoin. See, Litecoin already made its move and then shot way up above the 200 moving average, taking out all the bears and making sure. The reason why it gets pumped up like this is two things. Number one, the bears get destroyed, all the shorts are wiped out, and moving really high above the 200 moving average ensures that once it pulls back, you're on top of the 200 moving average, right? So you see a lot of that, especially with the lower cap ones. Although Litecoin, not not it's been around for a while. It's not too low cap. Okay, Mana Gaming. This is another one, right? Now the risk reward here is a bit higher. So the risk is all the way down here. That's 11%. That's more than what I'd really like to see. 11% versus 25%. Yeah, that's a little bit. That's just a 2 to 1. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's most likely going to be profitable, but the risk there is a little bit higher. Matic, you can see Matic has already uh, made the majority of the journey up, right? Already hit, already hit almost that 200 moving average, and now pulling back to the 50. So I'm expecting another move to push up and grab that 200 moving average. Naka, here we go. Naka already made the move, and you can see how that move down here, moving above the 200, sideways consolidation, and then it turns into big gains, right? Turns into a push higher, a bull cloud, a green cloud higher. All right, near does have the 200 quite a ways away up here. Okay, so that's one. Ocean is in sideways consolidation above the 200. So yeah, you don't want to go with this one because this one is volatile. You could be losing. Uh, if you want to get into this one, then you want to wait for some kind of a pullback like so to the 200, using the 200 as support. Again, not financial advice. And here's another one, One Harmony, 200 moving average, way up here. You can see the setup, sideways consolidation, getting ready to push higher, right? And let's see, render already over the 200, so that's not one. Ruin. Now here's another one. Ruin is you know, look, Ruin is not anything that you want to marry, right? Ruin is just, that late night rendezvous, and you know, once it goes from here to the target, you take profits and you forget about it, right? So Ruin is one of those coins. So we came down. We had the blue. Look at this. We had the blue on the Cryptonian Suite tool. We had the blue dots or bubbles or circles showing that it was oversold. You enter there, it comes back up, consolidates at or under the 50, and then now the next move is right up to the 200. Okay, so I think you get the idea, friends. I don't want to make the video too long. I think you get the idea. As long as Bitcoin stays stable and going sideways in consolidation, these altcoins one by one will start popping and pushing to the 200. This is sand. Okay, so sand looks like it has a profit potential of 32%, which would be the same as some of these others. 10% to the downside, 3 to 1. Now that's 10% is a lot, so that's hard to enter into, but if you can, great profit potential. And here we go. Here's Solana, and you can see Solana at the terminal end of that impulse to the upside. Here's Solana. Solana came down here. We had the signal of being oversold. We had the blue dots, came back up, used the 50 as support, ran right into the 200 and well above it, right? So this entire move for Solana was 100%. Look at that. Now, I would not chase this. What I would wait for is I would wait for it to come back down to the 200 and enter at that point if the market is stable enough to do that, right? And so, yeah, so there you have it, friends. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Didn't know if you're aware of this, but there's a lot of opportunity out there right now in the altcoins, as we can see by sushi. I mean, look at that sushi, 18, 19% pushing up, and it's not even to the 200 moving average yet. See, this is the move that I'm talking about, pushing up, and it's going to continue until it hits resistance here to the 200. So sushi still has 23% to go, and from 23 from the breakout, 50%. So you can see that these coins are just huge opportunities, right? Huge opportunities. Okay, so there you have it, friends. Thank you for your time. Again, 1 inch playing the fool up 30%, and incredibly, and you can see it's confirmed by volume here. See your volume. That's how you know it's a real sustained move. It's with big volume. So thank you for watching, friends. Appreciate it. Take care. Thank you for your time. Please click like on the video, and please subscribe. Feel free to do so if you'd like to receive more videos like this in the future. And I'll be covering uh, trading strategies, right? Support, resistance, trend, things like that. The basics. So if you are looking for that kind of information, feel free to subscribe. Even if you're not, you can get some updates now and then. Feel free to subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm promote my website, or not my website, but my channel, and I appreciate it. And of course, liking or commenting. What do you think about the coins? Give me a comment below. What do you think about the strategy? Give me a comment below. Where do you think Bitcoin's going from here? Do you think it's going higher, or do you think it's going to be taking a pullback, pulling back? Let me know in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you so much. Take care.